topic, and that is just basic network diagnosis and just IP config. Um, if you're ever having trouble and you call a help desk and they're going to want some information if you're having trouble connecting to the internet, just always start by going to start, typing in CMD, hitting enter, and running IP config. That's IP config, IPCONFIG. And what we're going to get here is, I'm going to make this full screen. We're going to get some information here about our network devices. These are all adapters that I don't have used right now. Most of them are tunnels, which are virtual. This is my Ethernet, which I have nothing connected to my Ethernet right now. And here's my Wi-Fi. And here it tells me my IP address, my subnet mask, and my gateway. Those are all very important information to be able to give a network administrator. They might need more though, which would be ipconfig/all. And this is going to give us just a little bit more adapters for sure. But the ones we're actually connected to, such as this one, this is Bluetooth up here, which we don't really worry about. But here is the one we're actually connected to. We also get MAC addresses, and the DHCP client IDs, which can be very important. So this is all really good information to give network administrators. But if you're trying to diagnose a problem yourself, make sure that this actually makes sense. Most time it's going to be a 192.168 or a 10.10. If it's not that, there's going to be something wrong with your network. So anytime you're having an issue, you want to start by just typing in ipconfig/release. RELEASE. And that just released all my IP. And then ipconfig/renew. And it's just disconnecting. It takes a few minutes to disconnect it. Alright, so we're disconnected. So then we can do ipconfig/renew. And we're all renewed. And now we actually have a new IP address. See, now we're 192.168.1.15, and we were where were we? We were 192.168.1.9 right here. So that's how to do some command line network work. But there's more you can always do. You can always go to Network and Internet. Then you can go to Network and Sharing Center, change adapter settings. And then under the adapter you actually want to look at, you can hit Properties. And here, this IPv4 Properties, you can actually change this and choose an IP address you want. So let's say I want 192.168.1. And I always want to be .225. That's what I always want my IP address to be. Now my subnet mask is usually going to autofill, or it's usually 255.255.255.0. And I know my default gateway from running. See, I was over here and I saw that my default gateway was 192.168.1.1. So I'm going to type that in over here. 192.168.1.1. I can also automatically set my DNS. This is really useful if you're on a public or if you're on a private network and you just want good DNS. I use Google's DNS, which is 8888 and 8844. And I want to validate settings upon exit. Okay. And we're just validating it. And it's connecting. What it's doing is asking the router, saying, "Hey, router, can I please have this IP address?" And we should be all good. Now I'm going to check my IP. And there we have it, 192.168.1.225. And my internet is happy and live. So there you have it. Those are just some basic network little diagnostic tools if you're ever in a SLAM.